it's me, Vicky. Marie, did I catch you out because I'd set the wrong time for the live? I'd put 11:45 p.m. Do you know what? What I've decided is I just try and do too many things all at once. Try and do too many things all at once, and so that's why I make mistakes. So I thought I wasn't even going to do a live this morning, and then I thought, no, I'm going to do a live because I just wanted to talk about this interview that John Paul, giant prick pastor, made an interview, didn't he, on social media? He's found social media. I think he's going to turn into Seth Rogers, and he looked like entranced by it. Like, I can't believe that this guy's not discovered sort of things like Justin on TikTok or popular social media channels before, because he seemed like Forrest Gump, like, oh my God, is this all these people here and blah, blah, blah. So I reckon once now he's found that, that'll be it. There'll be no stopping him because he likes the attention, doesn't he? And it is a little bit addictive. I admit it is. You sort of, when you want to talk about something, you think, if you've got nobody immediately there with you to talk about it with, you think, oh, I know, I'll go on YouTube and I'll talk about it with my chatters, So I think it'd be a bit of a start of a monster and I can't believe he's not done it before. But anyway, we'll go into that in a minute. So first of all, I'm going to light my candle. And the candles for today is for you. Whoever you are who are watching this video, is for you. Lighting a candle for you, sending out hugs, sending out love, whatever problems you might have, be the health problems, relationship problems, family problems, money problems, so many things you can have problems with. I've just decided to not think about it anymore because you know what, you can't do anything about some of them, but there's some that you can do something about, and you've got to take action. If you've got a problem that can be resolved, take action. If you've got a problem that can't be resolved, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, because worrying about it won't make any difference. So this candle is for you, whoever you are, even if you're a troll, even if you don't like me, you can't stand me, this candle is for you and prayers for you. Okay, even John Paul Pastor, if he's Pastor John Paul or whatever he's calling himself, I think he needs more help than most people, to be honest. If he's ever going to enter the kingdom of heaven that he keeps bleating on about, if he's ever going to end up there, he needs a lot of prayers and a lot of candles lighting for him, to be honest. In my opinion, my humble opinion. Okay, let me just say hello to everybody. If anybody's here, because I know I'll have caught people off guard, because anyone who even saw the notification that they were thinking 11:45 tonight, that's a strange time. Anyway, hi Chumba, hi Kelly. Good evening to Kelly, I would imagine. They're having a little chat there. Yvonne, hi Yvonne, hope you're still on the road to recovery. Yeah, we all need a candle lighting for us, don't we, sometimes? So now it won't be a long live this. It's you're welcome, Yvonne. So it's Saturday. I've been to the beach this morning with the dogs. That's why I'm not really dressed properly. My hair, I don't think I've even done my hair. I just woke up. It was like this when I went to bed last night. I just woke up and I thought, oh, that looks all right. So I've been to the dog beach with the dogs, and that was lovely, but it was so windy. And I left sort of like this, thought, oh, it's bound to be hot, because it's been hot here. And of course, it was freezing. It wasn't freezing. That's not the right thing to say. Hi, Tracy. It was really windy, cloudy, windy. But it was lovely, actually, because I have put a short video on. Hi, Michelle J. I did upload a short, so you should be able to have a look at where I was this morning. And it was nice, and the dogs loved it, as you could imagine. So they're flat out now, asleep. They were really good. Riley came back straight away when I called him back. Which is not usual, because I did let him off the lead because I like them to, at the beach, like them to get a run around. And they were in the sea. They went in the sea. They've had a little swim. They just look like Riley's just like this on the sofa, like looking at me as if to say, "What we did? Where did we go this morning? Where was that? Oh yeah, that was good." Anyway, he was really good. He came back straight away. Rocky always comes back straight away, so I don't have a problem with him. So that was lovely. And then I've come back, I've done a couple of videos, and I think what I'm going to do later is I'm going to get drunk. I don't know why, I just feel like getting drunk. When I say getting drunk, I never get really drunk. Only, I'm just going to have a nice lunch, and I'm going to have something nice to drink. And it feels like weekend, it's weekend. So that means I may not be back on later on tonight, because if I have a little drink, if I do, I may not. If I have a little drinky poo, and then I want to have a nap or whatever. But it's Saturday. Hope you're all doing something nice this weekend. Whatever you enjoy doing, even if it's whatever, even if it's just sitting watching the telly. Or I've been watching quite a few late at night. I'll just sit up and watch an Agatha Christie film. Honestly, God, I am so boring. I love old films like, not that old, but, Miss Marple mysteries, like full-length mysteries and things. I love things like that. I'm really, I've got very simple pleasures. Honestly, I'm so boring. It's untrue these days. I never used to be boring, but I'm quite boring now. So yeah, just do what you feel like doing. Just remember, you've got to do things for you. You've got to recharge your batteries. You've got to do whatever you enjoy doing, and sod everybody else. Sometimes you have to do that, don't you? Because I think a lot of the time you just end up doing everything for everybody else, and then you sort of don't do anything for yourself, and then but you're the one that's holding it all together. So if you go under, then what's going to happen to everybody else? So you do have to learn to do things for yourself. You have to put yourself first. And do it's difficult that sometimes, because if you're a person who hasn't put yourself first for a long time, and then you start putting yourself first, you get a lot of resistance. I've noticed that since I started doing it. It's like people, because they're so used to you just going along with them and what they do, it's like, oh, well, what do you mean, what do you mean you don't want to go? Or what do you mean you say, it's a shame, because it's not their fault, because you've just always been that way. And then somebody say, oh, well, I don't think I'll do that, actually, I think I'll do this. Or you get quite a lot of kickback, but that's just the way it is, I suppose. Yeah, I think it does comes with age. Yeah. Oh, Britain's Got Talent. That's right. That's on tonight, isn't it? The final. So I have been watching that, actually, bits and pieces of that. I don't always watch it, but I've quite enjoyed it. I like the what's her name? Christmas, Sydney Christmas. She should win. I think she's got a really nice voice. Very, very powerful and emotional. She makes you emotional when you watch her sing. But, Britain's Got Talent is one of those programs, isn't it, that you can just sit and watch and not have to think about, and that's what you need sometimes. Sometimes you need to I never forget, years ago, a woman I worked with, and in the bookies in Ladbrokes, and she was an older lady, probably about my age, but I wasn't older then. I was late 20s, something like that. And I just, because when you work in the bookmakers, like in betting shops, it's noise. The results are coming through. And I remember at the end of the day, one day, she just said, oh, I'm just going to go home and I'm going to let the TV talk to me for a change. Sometimes you just need that, don't you? Watch something like Britain's Got Talent, totally switch off. You don't have to talk. You don't have to think about anything. Just be entertained, and it is entertaining. You know, it drives me mad sometimes. I think it's so contrived, but it is entertaining. It does make me smile. It's on ITV, Chumba. No, I don't watch TV. No, I have been watching it this week a little bit. Don't know why. Probably because of the elections coming up. So I'm watching the TV more. Watching, you know, because I just go to Sky News on the internet, but I've been watching the TV to get more sort of. I like to get a rounded sort of, you know, see what BBC's got to say, see what ITV's got to say, see what Channel 4's got to say, all the different news channels. So. Not that they ever really say anything that much different, but you just get a little bit of a different perspective. So that's probably why I've been watching TV more this week. And then I, you know, go on, and then Britain's Got Talent's been on. So first time I've watched it for ages. But anyway, so as usual, I'm waffling on as I do. But so I thought I'm going to, there's been a couple of videos that I want to make, or a couple of lives. I was thinking that, you know, Seth Rogers, he was on Talking the other night, didn't he? He did an interview on social media, and there were quite a few things came up in that, and I think I will look at that sooner or later. Still haven't gone through his divorce papers, and he said in this interview he wants people, you know, nobody ever looks at it from his side. So I thought I might have a look at that one time, but whether I'll get around to it or not, don't know. And then suddenly, you know, poor Micah, the case that we've been following of Micah Miller, who took her own life, or Micah Francis took her own life, and we think she was probably, if you know, pushed to it at the very least by her husband that she was separated from, Pastor JP. Kelly, I've got. Oh, no, I don't know how they do it, but I've got my local internet provider who provides my internet. They provide TV, you know, yeah, I've got all the channels, all the TV channels. So I don't know how they get around the license thing, because it is a legal company, you know, so you can always get it. Here, what they used to do in Spain is people would get a little satellite dish put up, and they would get illegal, you know, it wouldn't be they'd pay a company to do it, but really that company wasn't doing it legally. But what I've got now, it's cable, and I know that it is, because the company that I've had my internet with for years and years and years, ever since I moved to this house, he was trying to get British TV for quite a long time. He had set it up. I don't even understand. I mean, I haven't got Sky or anything like that. I've just got the normal British channels. And yeah, so I don't know about in Australia. There must be. Anywhere where there's expats, they'll have found a way of giving you British TV. Anywhere, because you know, that's the first thing British people do. You know, they move to another country, and it's like, right, where can I get my TV? You know, I mean, for years I didn't have British TV, and that was probably good for learning Spanish. That would have been good for my Spanish. Having to watch Spanish TV, you know, I'd put the cartoons on for my son, or, you know, whatever, all in Spanish, watch films, and only because there was no, you know, that was it. That was the only alternative that I had. So I learned a lot of Spanish that way. But there must be somewhere, Kelly. Yeah, like Chumba says, you're not really missing much. It's not brilliant, the British TV. But there are some things that I like. You know, last night, in between Britain's Got Talent, I was then sort of flicking over and watching a bit of, God, I can't remember what it's called, but it's that programme where somebody, 5 people cook or provide a menu for someone who's single, and he picks 3 of them, or she picks 3 of them to cook the meals for them, and they go on a dinner date. I think it might be called dinner date. And then out of those 3, they have to pick one to go on a proper date with. And that was good. It was interesting. you know, I like those. I do quite like those programs sometimes. And then the adverts get on your nerves, don't they? The adverts that you have on the TV. But of course, on BBC you don't have adverts. But on BBC you just get one. You know, I watch BBC sometimes and I think, oh my God, if all you had was BBC, you just, it's such misinformation, or it's not the full story of anything, is it? So yeah, well, you can sit down and listen to me, of course, waffle on. Right, so let's get back to Mr. So JP Pastor, or I mean, is he even a pastor? I don't know. John Paul, is he a pastor? Well, I don't think he's got any qualifications for becoming a pastor. I think I could just start a YouTube channel and say I was a pastor. I don't, you know, don't, what qualifications has he got? Anyway, you know, and listening to the sermons of his that I have listened to, I mean, you know, I don't know what you think. I can't listen to a lot of them, but I have listened to a couple. Just awful, aren't they? But some people like it. Now, I wonder how many people he had at his congregation last Sunday. You know, is his congregation bit by bit going to filter back to watch him talk? Is he still talking? You know, I don't know, but he certainly seems very chipper. See, now his ex-wife has just killed herself. Supposedly, and there's been all this talk about him maybe having something to do with it, and even if you don't think he's got something to do with it directly, you know, social media has been very, you know, condemning of him because of the abuse that he put her through. But he seems very sort of chipper and cheerful, doesn't he? So let's have it anyway. Then he popped up on Justin on TikTok. He's a big you know, very popular YouTuber, isn't he? Is I think, I don't know. Let's have a look how many subscribers he's got. I'm subscribed to him. I hope he won't mind me using this, but I don't think he will. So this video has got 30,000 views. He's got, how many subscribers has he got? Oh, he's got, that's right, he's bigger on TikTok, isn't he? He's got 1.3 million subscribers on TikTok, and on YouTube he's got 25.6 subscribers. So yeah. So for some reason, John Paul decided he wanted to come on and talk, joined a live session and answered questions. So let's have a look.
We will see.
And I just want to say, when he first comes on, when JP first comes on, you can't hear him very well at first, but it gets better as it goes along. I mean, we're not going to sit and watch 49 minutes of it, but in fact, I might.
Strip lives next to John's platform to share your.
Takes him a little while to get on. Let's fast forward.
So I'm not going to be disrespectful.
So here he is. He always looks so evil to me. I'm sorry if he's watching. He's got that sort of evil look to me. But anyway, let's have a look.
I don't know why your attorney would recommend I not talk to me. But I mean, you let me know whenever the other guys are available, okay? All right. I appreciate y'all. All right.
So the sound does get better.
What did he say?
He says he's not going to talk to us if you're on the live, Bobby.
Wow. So really quickly before I jump off, Justin, what are your thoughts?
Sorry, let me fast forward till it comes on properly.
Second. He responds, share, iPhone guru. Think.
Where is he?
iPhone myself. I told them what you said. I read it. Okay, he doesn't either.
Okay, we're starting.
We're not on YouTube at the moment, but this live could end up on YouTube.
There he is.
Okay, he's coming back out.
Did he text you? I'm just the camera. Just Justin. I'll show you the screen. So you don't want to talk to him?
You can see what I look like. That's fair.
Hey, what's up? How are
Hey,
you?
I can't see your face anymore, but that's okay.
Oh, you can't turn. Can you press the button? I don't know if I can do it while I'm on live. Is there one that does that? Oh, flip camera. Hey, man, how's it going?
Good. So I told them what you said. I read it to them, and I basically said, I kind of, the way that I word it was, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth here, but I said, the way I look at it is, my understanding is that you said a friend of yours who's an attorney. This is in regard to Robbie Harvey, guys. A friend of yours who's an attorney advised you not to speak to Robbie due to the defamation suit. And I would imagine that because there's a defamation suit, that's why you would want to speak.
Yeah,
I think he's freezing up.
He's just not very. He's not a nice guy. He's not playing. Hey, are all these people? All these people are watching us right now.
He's got way more people
Yeah,
watching.
and if
He's
you
got,
want, if
well,
you
how many
want the
people
comments
watching?
off, if you want the comments off, I can turn the comments off.
No, I don't mind at all. I don't mind the comments at all.
How many people are watching your live?
I think
5,400.
5,400. And I would imagine with your face here, it's probably going to go up exponentially. JP's earbuds have no effect on this camera.
Justin, tell me, like,
No, your AirPods aren't going to help.
I can't. I don't hear well anyway.
Gotcha.
Okay, so tell me about yourself. What kind of show is this? Or what kind of, is this TikTok? Are we on TikTok? And
This is TikTok.
Are you
also
like
have
just
like, what do I do?
yeah, like what is this? What is this? Are you a crime person, or are you you just
Gotcha.
you know, like what is your passion for this?
Gotcha. So my platform is.
You know, do you think he realizes it, that he's actually being listened to by sort of thousands of people? He seems to be talking. He just reminded me so much of Seth Rogers on this, because it's just like, oh, you know, who are you? Are you a crime person? Or, you know, and you know what? Just odd. I think it's like he's not quite sure what he's doing. Why is he doing it?
True crime and current events, primarily. There is some narcissistic, toxic family stuff, which is how the platform started. I've also written 2 children's books over that. So I have this on this platform. I've got 1.3, almost 1.4 million followers on. I have YouTube as well, and Instagram, of course, and that's typically what it is.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great.
That's awesome. That reminded me of Chris Watts. Chris Watts used to just say all the time, it's awesome. Well, that's awesome. But it's the way he sort of practically Justin's got to give him, like, it's almost like a job interview, isn't it? You know, give me your credentials. Shouldn't he have found those credentials out before he actually went live? You know, spoken to Justin beforehand, and you know, well, who exactly are you and what is it you do? Instead, he's actually come on there. You can see he's reading the comments. That's the other way he reminded me of Seth Rogers. He's reading all the comments, and not many of them will be positive, that's for sure. We know that he's not, you know, whereas I think with Seth, there's still people who support Seth, isn't there? But even though he has sort of unfortunately lost a lot of his support because of some of the silly things he's done. But you can be sure that JP, Pastor JP or JP Pastor. Sorry, I have to laugh when I say it, because one of my chatters always says it reminds her of, you know, pasta that you eat. And he won't, he's, you know, everybody is on Micah's side. I bet there's not many people, not in the general public. There's probably people, his own friends, his own congregation, maybe. There will be people that are on his side, but I think a lot of them have stopped being on it, you know, as things have come out about the abuse that he gave Micah. I would imagine that a lot of his, you know, even his support from his congregation, etc., will have dwindled so much more. So, yeah, he's reading the comments. I wonder if he even, you know, that would be a shock to him, surely. Surely he's going to read those comments and think, oh God, is this what people think of me? But he doesn't seem to be fazed. I haven't watched this whole interview. I've watched little bits of it. We are literally watching it together now. But he doesn't seem fazed by the comments. He's reading them and he's sort of, you know, but he doesn't seem to be that bothered. But you know what? He's that person, isn't he? He's that sort of person. He's sort of, he's impervious really to what people think of him, because he thinks enough of himself to not to worry about what everybody else thinks of him.
Can I answer some of the people that are saying stuff? Would that be okay?
You can answer what it's. Hey, here's the thing. It's yours. Do what you want.
So somebody asked me about my tattoos, and so these are my favorite scriptures are here, but I got one at a time because I didn't think I was going to ever get more than one tattoo, and I just kept going back and going. That's what that is.
Yeah, he seems to be breaking up. He's breaking up, unfortunately. But so he's got all these scriptures, tattoos of the scriptures on his arm. He always looks like a little devil to me with these ears and everything. Sorry, but you do.
It's lagging a little bit, JP. Hold on. There you go. I think you're back.
I don't know why it's lagging.
You're back in the room.
But what does your day-to-day life look like? I'm a hermit now, and I love interacting with people. I don't get to do that much.
Yeah, so on this interview, saying he was a hermit, doesn't get to interact with people at the moment, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then the very next day he was on the beach with a friend of Micah's, with a girl, because JLR, another YouTuber, he was talking about that this morning. There was a photograph of him the very next day after he'd said he was a hermit. He was on the beach with one of Micah's friends. So some people are still supporting him, even Micah's friend. I don't think I'd be able to support him, you know, if he was my friend's partner. No, whether he made her do it or not, you know, I'm not saying that he necessarily murdered her, actually killed her, but what he drove her to, you know, I think it'd be very difficult to go to the beach with him, you know, knowing what he'd put Micah through. Stalking her and, you know, tracking her and God knows what, putting nude pictures of her on social media, threatening her with more nude pictures, sectioning her, you know, making her life a misery because she had the temerity to want to leave him. So this friend of Micah's that he went to the beach with, you know, you've got to question what kind of a friend was she. But, you know, he's a manipulative man. So he manipulated Micah. He's good at it, you know. Of course he is. So maybe he's manipulated this friend as well. So he's got some support because they went to the beach together. So he's not a hermit
now. But it says if your Wi-Fi is on, turn it off.
It's turned off.
It's turned off. He says.
But he's
the
not on
neighborhood we
Wi-Fi.
live in.
Too far from his house.
Yeah. This neighborhood doesn't pick up AT&T well.
Yeah.
Can I? Is it okay if I ask you a question that somebody asked?
I'll see. Let me say this. I want to answer everything, but I don't want to answer it without me holding up my proof and showing it to you, because I think it's just ignorant for someone to just give, you know, their opinion or say something and not have proof behind it when it's something as serious as this is. And so I'll be doing that next week, and I'll love to send you the proof and everything along with the affidavit. most likely.
Okay.
Oh, can I ask? Am I allowed to tell?
So something's coming out next week. What's he going to come up with? I can bet you any money that whatever he's going to come up with won't be good for Micah's family. Is he going to, are you just sort of dreading it? But anyway, he's got his is that his PR guy he's got there? Who's the guy in the background speaking? He's messing about with his beard. Who's reading the comments? It's almost as if he's not aware that he's actually live in front of all these people. It's weird.
Touch it, scroll down because somebody said something I couldn't see. They said,
It's going fast.
JP. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going fast. Who said be respectful? That was so nice. Someone named Bonnie.
Well, so my lives, JP, we don't tolerate, no matter who it is, no matter what the situation, we don't tolerate people being disrespectful to other people in here as well as the guests. And at this moment, you're the guest, so it's not going to be tolerated.
And that's fair enough, isn't it? Because, if somebody, even if it's somebody you don't, you may have doubts about or may think, we've all got our opinions, we've all got our thoughts. But if they come on to do an interview, you should not be disrespectful to them. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't ask them a difficult question. That's not being disrespectful. It's not disrespectful to say to somebody, do you think maybe your actions led to Micah feeling the way she did? That isn't disrespectful, but it probably is disrespectful to say, oh, you're murdering whatever, You've got to it's the way you say. You can ask a question in a respectful manner, even though it's a difficult question. And I'm not sure why he's gone on Justin's channel. I think Justin is respectful, and he doesn't allow chats to sort of run away with themselves, because some of the chats, I've watched, you just think the actual host is responsible for what comes through on their chat. If you've got somebody like Chris Proudfoot on, or Seth, or anyone who or JP or whoever, who is a story that's very much in the news and what have you've got to make sure that you have got a responsibility. If you have them on as a guest, it's your responsibility as the host to make sure that they're not. You would hope that your chatters wouldn't be disrespectful, but you'll always get some that you'll get trolls, you'll get some people deliberately trying to wind them up, and other people may be genuinely wanting to ask a question, but maybe they're putting it in a way that they shouldn't. So you've got to keep an eye on that. I presume Justin has got his moderators, I don't know, but he's always very calm, Justin, which is good.
I have not even start grieving yet. Not even 1 minute. Every time I go to, something else happens that I have to deal with. So I'm planning on, once this is all over, taking some time and doing what I need to do to grieve. But in my mind, she's gonna text me tomorrow and say, hey. So I haven't even started. That. So, and my wife's name is spelled with no H at the end. If it has an H at the end, that means it's a male. It's a boy. So MICA is the girl one. Someone just said, how is he tied to Micah? That was
somebody is very new to this case then. This story, if they're asking that.
Yeah, but you see when they say stuff that
No, he is looking.
out, nobody else
He's looking at it. Look, he's looking at himself. He's sorting his beard out. Seeing how does it look on camera? But he is. Do you see what I'm saying? It does seem like he's never done it before. He's sort of. But he's. He stands up and talks in front of people week in, week out. Does sermons. He's done YouTube and that. But I really think he's not. This is like quite a new thing for him. And I think that's how it was with Seth. And I think it's going to get addictive. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of JP on these platforms. He probably do the rounds, there's not many platforms that Seth hasn't been on. Of course, no disrespect to Justin, because he's fine. But why did he not go on like News Nation or one of the, perhaps a little bit more, what's he on, a true crime? thing for. Anyway, I don't know how it came about, why he decided to do it, but you can see he's enjoying it. He's enjoying reading the comments. And yeah, he's going to look to sort of grasp on any, people are in there saying be respectful, but there'll be a lot of people who won't be being disrespectful. But whether Justin's moderators are kicking them off as soon as they're not, I don't know.
They can see. It says, "Can we see your pupils?" Y'all can see my pupils.
Yeah, they can't.
I mean,
Everybody else can't see what they wrote. That's why it's extra.
Only you can see what they
Yeah.
wrote. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So, how did you get hooked up with Robbie Harvey? Because y'all seem extremely different.
Well,
So,
my
Robbie-
girlfriend,
Oh, yeah.
Robbie, Robbie was on live on Facebook. My girlfriend said something to him about the text you sent me.
Yeah.
And then it just spiraled from there, getting both of them on here.
didn't even let Justin answer the question. Who is this guy? He's the Tony Mathis, isn't he? He's the PR guy. He's past the God, I've got to stop calling him that. John Paul asked Justin a question. That guy just stepped in and didn't let Justin even answer the question. So it's very, very odd, this. And John Paul is just reading the comments. He's just fixed on the comments. It's like almost Justin could not be there, could he? It's like he's sort of hijacked Justin's YouTube so he could see the comments and that. But it's like, well, Justin, bugger off, Justin. You don't have to be here. I just want to see what the comments are. So, but I think he's going to do a lot more. I've just got a feeling he likes it. You can see that he likes it. He's just not properly prepared for it. Though why he did it when he's not properly prepared, I don't know. But he's coming back on here on this platform, if not on other platforms.
Gotcha.
I'm walking over.
Oh wow, Justin, it was really great meeting you, and I promise we will chat again. And I appreciate you being kind to me, and I appreciate you being respectful of me. And
Well, the way that I look
And,
at it is that, you know what, if you want a platform to speak and share your version of events, you deserve that.
He's not even listening to Justin.
thank you.
He's
Thank you
hardly
very much. This
listening
was
to
very
it.
exciting seeing all that. People just keep on saying stuff over and over.
But it's very exciting seeing all that. Now, what is wrong with him? How can it be exciting seeing a load of people saying probably horrible things about you, talking about your wife killing herself? How can that be exciting? It's like something wrong. Sorry, this is how I feel a bit about Seth as well, Seth Rogers, because I think what happened with Seth, he's sort of gone on there once and then again it snowballs, doesn't it? And then it's the attention. Because I think that a lot of people who've lost their, something's happened to one of their loved ones, they might want to go on social media up to a point because they want to. Obviously, they want the attention in the set. Like if they've got me, if your partner goes missing, or like, let's look at the Samantha Murphy case. So Samantha's husband, Mick, and his daughter did that one press conference. Do you remember right at the beginning? But they weren't on social media every day talking about it. They did a press conference, an appeal, because you do need to do that because you want the public to look out, for your loved one or to provide any evidence they might have. So you do want to do some sort of an appeal, and perhaps Mick was advised to do an appeal by the police, but it should be controlled by the police, in my opinion. We saw that in the Nicola Bulley case. Emma just left to run rampant with interviews, and Paul going on the TV and interviewed. It doesn't have a good look to people, that. Whereas if people go on with the police, do a genuine from the heart appeal, but then they're not like on all the social media platforms, and that's what Seth's done wrong. He's sort of gone on there, and then it's took over his life, hasn't it? I think this is going to happen with him because he is loving every minute of this. He's not upset about Micah. He's not crying. He's not, oh my God, this awful thing that's happened to Micah and what a lovely person she was. He hasn't even mentioned Micah. Oh God, I've got some idiot walking past blowing a whistle at the moment. Sorry.
It's this is live when they say that.
Yeah, they're typing it right now on their phones.
So with
man, that does
TikTok,
rape.
So he's talking to his PR guys. If Justin's not even there, he's going, oh, so this is live. This is live. Don't you know about you? He's got a TikTok account. How does he not even know how social media works? And he's ignoring Justin. Honest to God, it's as if Justin's not even there. He's just talking to his PR guy. He's phony Tony. He's equivalent of phony Tony full of baloney. And he's just ignoring Justin. I mean, that's rude apart from anything.
with TikTok, a lot of times people will be coming in constantly, and it doesn't, like, you can't do an instant replay like you can on YouTube. So people might ask you the same questions over and over. Whereas on YouTube, people can go back halfway through it and rewind it so they don't miss something. So it's a very different. So I mean, to be very frank with you, if you wanted to do something, it would probably be better to do it on YouTube, because then you don't have to repeat yourself constantly, but you can still see the questions.
I do want justice for Micah, and I'm going to help bring that. I definitely want justice for Micah. And somebody said, I love the attention. What kind of attention? That I hadn't talked to anybody or seen anybody. Yeah, they say I love attention.
Oh, so he's saying, I do want justice for Micah. What does he call justice for Micah? When we say justice for Micah, we mean, get him. Justice for Micah means show him up for what he is. So what does he think he means when it's justice for Micah? And did you hear that? Let's play that back again, because that is classic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This was very exciting seeing all that. People just keep on saying stuff over and over. It's and this is live when they say that.
Yeah, they're typing it right now on their phones.
So with
man, that does rape.
With TikTok, a lot of times people will be coming in constantly, and it doesn't, like, you can't do an instant replay like you can on YouTube. So people might ask you the same questions over and over. Whereas on YouTube, people can go back halfway through it and rewind it so they don't miss something. So it's a very different. So I mean, to be very frank with you, if you wanted to do something, it would probably be better to do it on YouTube, because then you don't have to repeat yourself constantly, but you can still see the questions.
I do want justice for Micah, and I'm going to help bring that. I definitely want justice for Micah. And somebody said, I love the attention. What kind of attention? That I hadn't talked to anybody or seen.
What kind of attention? I haven't talked to anybody or seen anybody. Oh my God, he's not. This is literally. He's. Look at Justin's deadpan face. He's doing so well, Justin. He's just deadpan. What is he thinking inside, I wonder?
Anybody? Yeah, they say I love attention. Oh, people are just mean too.
I love the attention. I haven't seen anybody. So he's got a guy there with him there right now. So that's a lie for a start. He's not seen anybody. He's not done anything. The following day he was on the beach with one of Micah's friends. But he's not done anything or seen anybody. And then there's the other woman that the day after, wasn't it a couple of days after Micah actually died, he was with the other woman that he's supposed to be, I don't know, having some sort of relationship with. But he's not done anything or seen anybody.
Would you be okay if I asked you a question about an item in a very respectful way?
Sure.
So one of the things that has been said, and this was a couple of weeks ago, that a lot of people made a big, I don't say a big issue, but we'll say big deal about, was a necklace that you were wearing in the interview after she passed away. Was that actually hers, or did you just have a similar one?
No, that was definitely hers. I got it. So she passed away on the Saturday, and then Sunday when I went and saw her, they handed me some stuff, and that was one of the things they handed me. And that necklace was, for some reason, she's.
Remember, Dave, that's what I said to you. I thought he will have been able to get all her possessions because he was still a husband. But before the family had even had chance to sort of realise what was happening. He was down there picking up all her possessions and then laid with her 4 times, he said. I don't know what he meant by that. I mean, he's a very creepy guy. It's a good So he went to the Chapel of Rest and he spent time with Micah and took all of Micah's belongings. Oh gosh, it's just it gives me the creeps.
Heard a story. Micah was very she could hear something or see a commercial and then immediately want to act on it. And so she heard about these lab diamonds last year, and so even though she loved her wedding engagement band, she wanted the real diamond taken out of that, and she wanted a lab diamond put in. But she didn't want to get rid of that diamond, so she wanted to put it inside of a necklace, and so had it made into a necklace for it. He was wearing that, and the nurse gave me that on that Sunday. And so before I even left the hospital, I already had it on.
Okay.
I just had not taken it off, and actually I'd forgotten it was on the.
He talks as if they hadn't been separated. They were estranged, weren't they? I mean, am I cracking up, or what? Am I missing something? So he's talking as if he took that necklace. Oh, lovely. Yeah, lovely if you were still married to someone, or still, she hadn't filed for divorce 2 days earlier. Come on. I mean, what? Honest to God, I'm in that parallel universe again at the moment. I seem to spend half my life in the parallel universe for one thing or another.
The next day or two, or whenever that interview was, I just, but yeah, it's a girl necklace, so I just wanted to feel close to her, so I wore it, when they gave it to me.
Okay. I appreciate you answering it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go
Just
inside.
one other question.
Okay.
Oh, they're outside. They're outside, aren't they? High Unity. Yes, it does remind me of Paul, to be honest. There's a lot of things about this guy that remind me of Paul, and apologies to Paul if he's because, who knows? I mean, he's never been proven to have done anything, has he? They're just our own suppositions, but he has got a look of Paul, but it is, this is like, talk about truth being stranger than fiction.
They swear up down that you bought a new truck, and it's not a new truck. You
No,
just
it's
wrapped
not a new truck.
right?
Yeah, just put some stickers on it.
Yeah, he just wrapped it in vinyl and took the stickers off the windows. But people were calling me a liar. I'm like, I see the truck every day.
You had video, yeah. When you got close, you could see that it was a vinyl wrap, and so I actually made that correction.
It's not even
I don't know,
wrap,
a
it's
week and a half ago.
just put some tape on the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we just it comes right off. You just
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you have her cremated? Someone said. I did that because that's what she wanted. We talked a lot about what would happen if one of us passed, and that's something Micah wanted and something I want as well, because we don't believe.
So yeah, why did you have her cremated? And not only have her cremated, but it was bloody quick as well, wasn't it? So he's saying now, it's something we talked about. You can never prove that, or disprove it. How can you prove or disprove unless somebody comes forward who said that Micah categorically said she did not want to be cremated? How can you ever prove whether that's true or not? Maybe they did have those discussions, but how did he take it upon himself to do all that when they weren't together anymore? That's the problem. They were still married, and so he had the right, if you like, the legal right, even if he didn't have the ethical right to do all those things that he did.
Believe that the body matters as believers, and so that's what she wanted. Yeah. I'm still wearing my wedding ring. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm still wearing it.
Do you have anything else for him?
And you can you can love somebody and be separated, and you can love them just the same and be divorced. You can love them just the same, be with them. Sometimes things, it doesn't stop your love for the person. It's like having a kid that you love them and they do something that you don't like, but you still love them the exact same. All the abuse that people are throwing at me I just pray that none of y'all have to go through anything like this, because
Well, I'm
it's
not,
difficult.
and I'm not going to ask you this question.
I expect it is difficult. I expect it is difficult, but it was difficult for Micah. You know, you made it difficult for Micah and you didn't think about what she was going through. We've seen the videos of you being nasty to her, threatening to put nude photos on social media, actually doing it. So, you know, don't be sort of expecting sympathy from us, because we have seen what you did. You know, so yeah, hopefully we'll never have to go through what you're going through. Hopefully we'll never have to go through what you put Micah through.
Right now, obviously, if you want to talk more, and I can text with you and we can get something scheduled if you want to do that. Obviously, because you know, when with this type of a situation, there are no more secrets about your past or anything that you've done in the legal system. So that's, you know, been out there. That being said, obviously there's a lot of documents back and forth. Her filing reports against you, you filing reports against her. And so if you ever want to chat about any of that, again, respectfully, and from your version, we're happy to give you that platform.
You know, there's something I learned through this that I don't think the world knows, or I don't think America knows, and that is, on a police report, you can lie and say anything you want to say. You can say that Big Bird killed Cookie Monster on Sesame Street, and they have to write it down.
Correct.
And so a lot of people take police reports as fact.
So what he's saying now is Micah is a liar. What he's basically saying now is Micah is a liar. You know, police have to take any report that anything you say, the police have to write it down, whether it's a load of crap or it isn't. So in other words, what he's saying is what Micah said is not true. Well, of course, Micah's not here to argue with that now, is she? You know, what a twonk. What a complete and absolute twonk. He's not only during this, he has not actually really mentioned Micah, you know, about, oh, poor thing, what she must have gone through, or, you know, prayers for her, or hope she's okay wherever she is now, and hope she's at peace. It's all about him. It's all about him. And now he's trying to tell us Micah was a liar.
It's not the fact that somebody said it. The other thing you can do is people can actually line affidavits. You can write anything you want to in an affidavit, and it doesn't matter. That's why it's important whenever you're trying to find truth in the affidavit. You know, you look for just what exhibits that. But that's something I've learned through all this stuff. People assume that white people are incredibly. Someone says about an autopsy. Are you an aunt? Sorry.
Why no autopsy?
I asked for an autopsy when I was there Sunday, and I asked I either asked the head nurse or asked the medical examiner, somebody, and they just brushed me off and said, "There's no need. There's no need." And I said, "I didn't."
Now, I wonder, do you believe that he asked for an autopsy and he was told there was no need? Is that true? Will we ever know if that is true or not? You know, did he ask for an autopsy? I doubt it very much. There was something else I was going to say there. I've forgotten. Oh, what was I going to say there when he was saying that? Anyway, it'll come to me.
Didn't know anything. I just asked one just because I thought it was the right thing to do. Not that I thought anything. I just thought that's what you're supposed to do when someone you love dies young. You just ask for an autopsy. And but then I said, well, what about, you know, finding out if she was on medicine, or what kind of medicine, or if she was pregnant, or anything like that? And they said, you need a toxicology report. I said, okay, well, I want that. So they said yes. So a toxicology report was ordered, and I'll have the results of that. I think they said it could take months, but
toxicology report, well, that takes a long time. Now, why did he want a toxicology report but he didn't want well, he says he wanted an autopsy. Maybe there's something he knows is in that toxicology report that will, to his intent, you know, prove that Micah was not of sound mind or whatever. He's just trying to make it look as if you know, he'll just be trying to make it look as if she's not of sound mind. I mean, he's already had her sectioned. You know, but funny, yeah, didn't want. It says that he asked for an autopsy, but the police said there was no need. I wonder if the police will confirm that.
It could be anywhere from 3 more weeks to 3 months. So.
There was a story here, and I live in the Nashville area, but there was a story here in Nashville. I don't know how closely you follow this type of stuff, but Riley Strain, a young college kid who was here from Missouri, fell into a river. Anyways.
Oh, that's what I was just going to say. No, yeah, Riley. So his toxicology report is through now, but they have not released it still. It's not been released, the results, but the toxicology is in. So I'm not sure why the results haven't, because it's been over a week since that Riley Strain's toxicology report results are in, but for some unknown reason, it's not been released either by the police or the family. So not sure what's happening there.
If they ordered his toxicology, I think 3 months later, we were still waiting on it, and it just finally came back. And even now,
he's not even listening to him. He was looking around and talking to his bloody Tony, his phony Tony, his version of phony Tony. He wasn't even listening. He's so rude. He's just not listening to anything that Justin says. What a strange man. And I think he's so used to, when you're a pastor and you stand up in front of your congregation, you're just talking at them, aren't you? You're just talking at them. There's no interaction, nothing coming back from them. It's just talk at them. So he's not used to having somebody talk at him, or even it looks like he's not even used to answering questions. He's just used to people blindly listening to him and him having no comeback. Very odd. It's like this white noise going on in his head, and he's not even listening to the host.
The results haven't been officially released, so it can take a while.
Yeah, and I don't know if it'll be able to even tell me what I want to know, but we'll see. We'll see.
And now he's reading the chat again.
Man, what cousin? Oh, sorry. Someone just said Satan. Was that a question, or was that just a comment?
Again, I told you we can turn the comments off if you prefer that.
I like it. No, not at all. If we sign anything, I don't talk. There's no making family do anything. Why had to put I didn't put a tracking device. I did it because I told him to make sure if she was near a gun store to give me a call. And also thought that maybe there was some other reasons. You'll see that next week. You'll find the results of that next week.
Are you able to? If not, it's okay. Are you able to kind of give us a hint on what's coming next week? If you can't, that's fine.
No, just everything that shows why she passed away, who's responsible for it, and that I did every single thing a human being could do and far more to try to keep her alive and keep her safe and keep her healthy. I was the only one. I went to 48 people in 3 months and told them she needs her lithium, and she does not need to be anywhere near a weapon. And nobody believed me. And I showed them proof that her doctor said she was suicidal, and nobody believed me. And I thought I went to judges, lawyers, doctors, pastors, her friends, and her family. 48 people. And some of those people I went to dozens of times. And anyway, I'm going to run in, everybody. So let's see what else. Anyway, Justin, it was sorry to you. Nice seeing you.
I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and answer a few questions, and we'll be in touch.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Justin. Have a good night.
Good night.
Who is that guy?
Yeah, that was a little weird.
That's insane.
We had vehicles driving by videotaping us.
Robbie's back on. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do. I didn't mean to get him off. Sorry. Hold on. I did not mean to drop. Oh, Robbie, I got an echo.
Hold on, give me a second. Hey, turn that down. You there?
Yeah. It's still echo. You want to drop off and try to keep back?
Hold on. Yeah, let me drop out.
Okay. Come right back. Somebody said, why give him a platform? Well, he offered to talk to us, and why? I mean, don't you have questions for him as well? I lost my, here's the thing. Where can you watch it back? I will download this and upload it on YouTube as soon as we're done. My YouTube is Justin. On TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, someone's obviously sort of said to him, why are you giving him a platform? But yeah, I agree. Why? Of course, you're going to give him a platform if he wants to come on and talk. Let him hang himself. It's like, of course you are. And at the end of the day, Justin is a TikToker or he is a YouTuber, so he also wants views. It always surprises me when people say, oh, they just want views. Well, YouTubers do want views, but they've got to have some principles. I agree. You can't just have views and just for the sake of it and talk a load of crap, even things that aren't true, just to get views. No, I agree with that. But at the end of the day, Justin is a TikToker. He is a YouTuber. So, yes, he wants views. But it's not only about that, because at the end of the day, this case, the Micah Miller case and John Paul, they are, people want to know about it. People want to watch it. Thing is, you only get views because people want to watch it. So you're giving you do have a duty as a YouTuber. A responsibility as well to your own viewers, to your own supporters, to give them content that they want to watch. What you're going to do, just put content up that nobody wants to watch. You put things up, they've got to be things that you feel principled about and you believe. I would never go on and put a video on with something that I didn't believe. Something just because I knew that maybe that was the common belief. Like going back to the Nicola Bully thing with Peter Folding, it's easy to say, oh, yeah, I believe Peter because all these other people did at the time, because you don't want to go against the grain. But no, I've got to say what's true for me. Not only that, with Seth Rogers as well at the beginning, not feeling comfortable with the way Seth was. All these things, you've got to say what you feel comfortable with. But also you've got to make the content that your viewers will want to watch. That's your responsibility to your viewer who supports you, by viewing, by liking, by subscribing, whatever they do to support you. You have a duty to them too. But you also do have a duty. To me, I always feel a responsibility to the families of we talk about true crime, it be the victims. I've got more responsibility to them than I have to John Paul, for example. But that's not just because I hate John Paul. I've watched, I've looked into it. I haven't just sort of seen his face on the screen and thought, oh, he must be a tosser. I know he's a tosser because I've watched his sermons and I've done a lot of research into him. It's not just because everybody else says it. Do you see what I mean? So, for one of his chatters there has come on and said, why are you giving him a platform? Well, of course he's giving him a platform.
Same name here. I for one am interested in what he said. We've heard and seen are reports, and from both sides, from the police reports and what we've heard, a little bit. I think that it's interesting and fair to let him have his piece. Now, whether you want to believe it or I want to believe it, that's completely up to the person listening.
Exactly. You watch everything, listen to everything, make your mind up. That doesn't mean to say you have to agree with what Justin thinks, what I think, what any YouTuber thinks, what JP Miller says. You don't have to agree with any of it, but I do think what you do have a responsibility to do is take in all the information, assimilate as much information as you can from all points of view, and then make an informed decision.
But I mean, if we're talking about this from the standpoint of journalism, then it's only fair to hear his side too. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna invite Kyler up here. I saw that Kyler was here. I'm gonna invite them
Well,
too.
Yeah. So he
Well-
said a lot of really interesting things.
I'm not sure who this guy is, to be honest, but he was either one that was there with him talking.
That, by the way, let me commend you on how you handled that. I thought it was great. I don't know why he thought that I wouldn't do the same. I also have an idea of who he's talking to about me, so it makes total sense. But I will. Justin, did you catch on some of the things that he said there?
I mean, I listened to everything that he said, where it wasn't cutting out.
But I thought a couple of things that he said was just really, and I hope you know the recording is saved. You know how to download your lives, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing he said that really didn't make sense to me. He said, "I want justice for Micah." He said, "I definitely want justice."
Yeah, what does he mean by that? What does he mean by that?
What?
Yeah, he did say that. I caught that.
Why would he say that?
Oh, well, hold on. Okay. Hold on a second. I mean, I can't do that. Is there what?
Are you wanting to add?
I'm wanting to add, but because okay, hold on. So Jolly Good Ginger wants to come on, and so Jolly, because I'm on as a host, if you can go on as a host and request, then we can do that because Robbie and I are both as hosts on ours. So if you want to do that, if you're able to,
So,
but it sounds like to me, here's what I read from it. I read that out of it. Sorry, he's texting me. I read out of that. There we go. Hey there, that he might think that somebody else is involved. Now, whether or not that's true, but that's kind of what I got.
he also later said, I mean, he later said, listen, I was taking notes listening. He says, something's coming next week. He says, everything will show why she passed away and who's responsible for it.
Yeah. You know what? I think he's going to come from Micah's family. I've just got this feeling he's going to try and turn it all. He's already tried to turn it around on them. He sent them a nasty message saying, oh, how does it feel to know that you're trying to make someone, sort of along the lines, this is not a direct quote because I can't even remember where I saw the message, and now it was on one of the groups, but it was the message. How does it feel you made someone divorce someone who didn't really want to divorce them, blah, blah. You know, it was accusatory towards the family as if they'd stirred things up in his eyes. And, you know, does it feel good? I think he's going to come after the family because who else is he going to say did it or caused it? You know, who else is he going to say? Justice for Micah. Who does he mean? Justice against who?
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to say one thing in case you don't know. If any point during this live going forward, if you get a violation, you won't be able to download it. So it's in my opinion, because that recording, I would reset your live. That was all I was trying to tell you.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, let me do that and then download it.
Yeah, because I don't want you to lose the ability to download it if something were to happen and you get a violation.
You know, I might be able to do it from the web while we're on the live. You know, if we can do it while can I do it while I'm live? I guess I can because I'm live.
Correct.
There we go. Got there. Okay.
I just don't want you. I don't want you to lose that fucking that recording. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off and.
Well, he won't lose it really because probably loads of other people have recorded it. But yeah, obviously it's his recording. But yeah, I don't really understand how TikTok works. But I think TikTok, once you've done, that's more or less the end of this now. Let me just play it to the end.
That'll save, and then I'll come right back on.
Yeah.
Okay, Robbie?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Okay. I'll be right back, guys. If you don't follow so you know when I go live, it'll be in probably like 2 to 3 more minutes.
Yeah, he went off there and he must have come back on to chat with them. So yeah, if you want to see any more of Justin's videos, or maybe he talks more about that, go onto his YouTube or his TikTok. So the thing about TikTok is if you do a live on TikTok, apparently it doesn't save. Whereas this live, for example, that I'm doing on YouTube, it'll still be up there. You know, people can watch it anytime. I think sometimes people don't realize that. And they go, oh, I've missed the live, but they can always watch it later. You can always watch it. You know, so yeah, doesn't matter if it's live now and you've missed the live or you come in at the end of it, you can watch it anytime. So, but not on TikTok, apparently. Apparently on TikTok, once you've done a live, that's it. It's gone, you know. So we'll see. Okay. So I just wanted to go through that with you. What do you make of it? Of course, replay crew, you let me know what you make of it. Put your comments in the comments box. I think what struck me the most was just how he was like, oh my God, is this live? Oh, are those comments from people? Oh wow, it's like it's this new thing that he didn't know about. And I think we'll be seeing a lot more of him in the future, because I think he'll get taste for it, like, you know, like Seth did. You know, it must be sort of hadn't realised about it. You know, I suppose, I don't know if people have been watching YouTube, though he didn't seem that he knew Justin's YouTube channel, did he? So I bet Pastor John Miller or JP Miller, I bet he's not really been into true crime, like videos and things like that, true crime channels, etc. I bet that I would be very surprised if he really ever before had any, you know, knowledge of those things. So it probably will be quite new to him. Well, once he starts looking, he sees all over on all the true crime channels. I don't know if you've seen JLR's channel, but of course JLR's not quite so polite about him. And not only that, everybody's been doing videos about Micah because, you know, the feelings are strong. So once he starts looking at all those channels, he's going to get a shock. But anyway, it's okay, because he's got Micah's friend to rely on, who he went to the beach with. Even though he's a hermit, he's a hermit, he never talks to anyone. But he went to the beach with Micah's friend the day after he did that interview. So thought lying was a sin. He doesn't, you know, for someone who's got all the scriptures tattooed on his arms, he doesn't seem to be very, you know, knowledgeable about what's supposed to be a sin or or isn't. Anyway. Okay, so thanks. I'll see you really soon, as always, in the next video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. I want to say a special thank you to all my members. And also I want to say a special thank you to people who's bought me Ko-fis, sent me PayPals, and some people have been so very generous. Thank you so much. You know who you are. And bought me Ko-fis, sent super stickers, sent PayPals, etc. That really, it just makes all the difference. But not only that, just watching, liking, all those things, sending me emails, nice messages, etc., is all lovely. Any support I receive on my channel is very welcome. Thank you so much. And I really do have the nicest chatters. And I just want to remind you, this candle that I lit today is for you, whoever you are. As I say, even if you're a troll, even if you don't like me, whoever you are, I don't care. This candle is for you. And I'm saying a prayer for you. Okay, I'm off. I'm off ski. Saturday afternoon, I'm going to get a bit of sun and have a beer or something. Hope you all have a good one. And I'll see you soon. I need to put on my goodbye video, which is actually my introduction video, but I just put it on at the end. I'm going to make a goodbye video as well. Adios. on, I just realised. Until I see you again, may your God go with you. Bye.